So ever since this arc started, I've had a hope, and that hope was that Keith would announce his love to Katarina. Because based on what Season 2 showed us with Giordo, and I had my worries last week that maybe she wouldn't remember Giordo's love and that would be a disgrace given the fact that they actually progressed a part of the romance. So the fact that Keith was put in a life and death situation, it lined up that this would be Keith's arc to announce his love. Wasn't expecting a kiss, that was painted off as a dream, and I thought they would ignore it, to be honest. But the fact that he stood his ground and announced his actual feelings, putting Katarina in such a blitz, I mean, her mind's gonna be in overtime, and the fact that it clearly is gonna get worse for her before it gets better, I'm glad they committed to that. And I was getting a little 50-50 on if they would. I had a lot of pushback, I know, from people saying like, no, just, you know what, we're not going to commit. One is enough for Season 2. I doubt she's going to learn about any other character's true feelings. But I really felt like if there was ever going to be a moment for a character like Keith, a life or death situation has to be the moment that he reveals it, especially considering the format of Season 2 thus far. And honestly, when the group came in afterwards and they're like, no, she's not yours, I was expecting them all to honestly reveal their feelings. I thought we were just going to drop the ball and it was just going to be that momentum that I was talking about in a couple weeks back. That once probably 3 or 4 characters reveal their feelings, the rest of them will just announce their feelings as well. It almost felt like we were about to build up to that, so it feels like if 1, maybe 2 maximum reveal their feelings to Katarina and she can't deny it, they're all going to announce their feelings, and that will be spicy if they ever get to that in a hopeful Season 3. I mean, really, I think the kiss was hilarious because he literally thought it was a dream, and the fact that, like, Giordo and her were just like, what in the actual, and then when he wakes up, you know, she's acting as normal, and the fact that she actually restrained herself because he did kiss her, so she was pinning it off as, you know, you're probably thinking it was someone you love. And he got out of bed, I was like, you know what, I'm glad. No matter who your favorite character is or who you want Katarina to end up with, they need to announce their feelings and she needs to outright deny them to the point of like finding a new love or loving herself, which I still think is the most likely outcome. She won't pick any of them and she'll say, I'm gonna stay single forever because she wants to read her books and not have to hurt any of her friends. Otherwise, she's having a poly marriage where they're all married together and they live in bliss. Either one of those could be likely. But I'm glad because really, I mean, this situation is so complex, you know, with the whole royal engagements and things like that. Stepbrother, you know, childhood friends, this and that. It's getting spicy. And this episode blew me away because this is without a doubt the most determined and emotional Katarina's been. From the very first scene, she is determined to save her brother. She is willing to jump through hell and go through all this chaos just to protect him. And yeah, there's some cute moments, some funny moments, but I mean, from Giordo and the rest of the gang, they were literally ready to die for Keith and Katarina's dream. And like Katarina herself says, you know, if this was an RPG, they'd literally have the perfect team and build. And she's absolutely right. Whether it's a kick to the head or a sword clash, they were kicking ass and taking names. And this Cell World-looking bastard who completely looked like he was on death's doorstep, talking mad shit about Keith wanting to get revenge. You have Satan herself pop up offering that chaos apple. And to see the dark magic, they went so in with that animation. I love the filterings, the effects, and just the purple kind of like smog peering off. I mean, if there was anything to detail what dark magic should look like, this episode nailed it. Normally, you're not even supposed to see it for your average character, and they all could see it. And the fact that he was wrapped around with these chaos-invoking snakes, as you have this horrible, demonic fog pouring off of him, Katarina touches him and her hand goes like purple and black. They really detailed that so well, and I love that when she was saving him and breaking through, as you have this like almost Disney-like moment with the mirror or her little amulet kind of shimmering and stuff. I love that it wasn't an immediate freedom, because the way they were building it up, it looked like it was cracking and he was just going to immediately be saved. But rather, he had to himself mentally crawl out of that kind of void, and piece by piece, moment by moment, he grew up in his like dream sequence and was finally freed and embraced it. And I love how in that moment, you get a scene where he's hugging her and embracing her, and when he actually wakes up, you can understand where his confusion was, given that he thought it was still the dream. just such good directing all across the board, and really was an explosive finale. I mean, I imagine next week we'll probably have the formula of she'll probably try to push back against Keith, but now the fact that Giordo and Keith have both fully in her mind made it understandable that they love her romantically, she is going to be in for a rude awakening, and it feels like within, honestly, I wouldn't even be shocked if it's only one more character announcing their love. Honestly, the beans are going to be spilled, and I am living for it. There's a lot of potential for a Season 3. Season 1 ended so conclusively, it felt really conclusive, right? Like an ending, open-ended, you could probably see them bickering for eternity. Season 2 has had so much progression on the actual relationship side without dragging it out like I think they were going to walking into this season. So seeing the possibility for Season 3, there's a lot for it. So rather than saying, oh, next week's gonna conclude, I'll say, that was great. If they make more, that's cool. No, I'm dying for more, which I never thought I was gonna say after. I was like, you know what, walking in, I'm gonna enjoy this season, but I'm not gonna need a Season 3. Nope, I was wrong. Season 3 pronto, please and thank you. I mean, given what we've seen in this season, is there any specific character that I want to have, like, either a serious arc or at least an emotional arc next? Honestly, I don't know, because the way this show works is that I really don't have a favorite character outside of Katarina, right? Like, she's just amazing. They can make an argument as to why each of these characters are perfect for her, or why they're best boy or best girl in their own right. So I really have a hard time, like, there's definitely moments where I'm like, damn, I'm really rooting for Giordo, or in this case, I'm like, damn, I'm really rooting for Keith. They have a really good way of making every character matter, so I think as long as the next character who gets a big arc, probably in a Season 3, gets the same type of quality, I'll be happy no matter what. I just hope if they do go the route like I'm thinking, where just it's gonna get speedrunned eventually when enough characters reveal their feelings, I hope by the time the story actually concludes, every character has a specific arc, even if it's an episode only dedicated to them, so we can look back fondly and say, everyone really did have their chance to shine. Because I have no idea how long this anime is going to last for. They might not do a Season 3 and surprise us that way. They might do 4 seasons, 5 seasons, who knows, right? All I'm saying is that there's a lot of potential with this cast of characters, and I hope they live up to it, which, based on the quality we've seen, based on the quality we've seen of second seasons in general this anime season, the sky is the limit, but I would be shocked if they do confirm a Season 3 and it's for next year. I really think it'll be a bit later than that, but then again, I've been proven wrong before, but I guess we'll see. Thoughts and feelings on this pretty big-ass moment for Keith? Where do you hope to see it go in the last episode next week? Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new around here. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.